Welcome back. In this video, we're going to be featuring Vince's 1970 Mustang Fastback. This Mustang will have the performance and handling of a modern muscle car, but the iconic styling of a Shelby GT350. It'll be powered by a hand-built 5.2-liter Aluminator flat plane crank V8 that makes 580 horsepower and 445 pound-feet of torque. These engines rev all the way up to 7,800 RPM and they sound incredible. It's going to sit on a Roadster Shop fast track chassis with Brembo brakes on all four corners. It'll also get a really nice set of forged line wheels, one of our full custom interiors that'll be wrapped in Relicate leather, and it will be sprayed in our favorite BASF Glazerite base and clear. Now that the car has been completely disassembled, it's time to cut out the floors and begin stripping all of the old paint. Like many muscle cars of the era, Mustang suffered from excessive body flex due to weaknesses of the early unibody designs. These Mustang Fast Track chassis are hand fabricated using 10-gauge steel and have fully boxed frame rails. The unique design of the Roadster Shop chassis combines the strength of the chassis with the unibody structure for an unbeatable combination.
Use it as a physical guide to notch the center of the wheel opening, you know?
Make sure it's centered.
That way I can center this, but it looks like I need to move forward a little bit. Just a fair fuzz, because it looks like this is the face of the wheelhouse and I need to come back a little bit. We gotta make a flange to close the back of this off. It's almost there. Starting to shape her up.
Mustang, we're on the back. We're installing the Shelby rear body panel, and it's made out of fiberglass. So we have to use panel bonding adhesive to put it on. I went ahead and made this entire flange going across, and I moved the lock cylinder location and the two license plate lights. We've built new supports for the rear body panel, and we've got it all prepped and ready to glue in. I've got it on the stand, and we have the gas flange, the gas filler flange ready to glue into the back side, and then we'll go ahead and we'll glue that panel onto here, and then it'll be a Shelby. So this is 8115 3M's panel bonding adhesive. You could glue together oil and water with this stuff. I do believe that BMW recommends it as the accepted repair for replacing a quarter panel. So instead of welding on a new quarter panel, if you wreck your BMW, they say glue it on with this stuff. So it's got to be a little strong, right? Bless you. Time to do some glue. We're gonna do some glue.
Use the screws just to hold the panel down on the glue.
Yep, they're just mounting for now, and then I'll pull them out, fill the screws. I'll probably attach it mechanically on each side, but yeah, it should be nice and strong now. Now I'm gonna go around the edge, make sure I got a good bead around the whole thing, and then yeah, I'll warm the area because it's about 64 degrees in the shop, just to make sure that it's warm enough so we don't have any problems there. But yeah, just smooth off the edges and then yeah, let her cure, and she'll be solid.
I mean, it's just like a wavy bumper, you know? Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna get it.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad.
Well, some of it could just be in the stamping of it.
Yeah.
I mean, when you eyeball this, it's pretty fucking straight.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
There you go. Hey, Trav, you want to help me put this bumper on? Sure. Yay! Yay! It's bumper time.
The glue should be wet. I'm just getting distracted.
These bumpers are so easy to put on. I wonder if he's going to want to tighten this up any. As far as,
Yeah.
I mean, it would be as easy as either add to it or get this to roll down somehow. I don't know if you could lay a block on there and beat it and get it to.
I think with the body lines like that, we could just add to
Extend it. We'll have to get Charles to look at it and see what he says.
Yeah, he said he wanted to close out the extension parts, have a gap in here, and
Yeah.
the side. He wants that tightened up, so I'd assume.
Yeah, I would think.
Corners in.
You'll have to cut the end off. We're gonna suck it over tighter to the body here. Did he say how tight he wants to go? Like, does he want it totally tucked or just tighter?
I don't know.
Well, either way, we will get it a lot tighter because right now, per factory, you can put your hand behind the bumper. So we definitely want to get rid of that, make everything nice and clean. And then we also have to modify them slightly so that they flow and line up better with our quarter extensions.
Yeah, close that gap up a little bit.
Yeah. You gonna extend this?
Yeah.
Just bring it down.
Yeah, I gotta cover that cut lines.
So, little work here, and then it'll be all pretty when it's done.
And in here.
And in here.
Close this out. That won't be too bad.
That works. Yeah, we'll have to ask Charles how crazy he wants to go.
Tucking and making the fiberglass pieces fit the edges, and before we bring in the bumper edges, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it off and try to straighten the bow in the bumper to close this gap here, because we're real tight to the taillight here, but a little bit gappy here, and we're a real big gap here, because the natural angle of the car is to kind of have a rounded end. So we're gonna take that out, make it fit a little better. So what I'm going to do is use the anchors in the floor right there to hold each end of these mounts, and I'm building a corral for the jack to basically grip here, and we're going to be pushing up to because it's bowed this way. So if we tie those down and push up in the center, then it'll hopefully do what we want. We will find out. Just long enough. So that's basically what I need out of the jack. So these are called pulling pots. They're cemented into the floor, and they're designed to be able to sink the head of a chain in there and turn it, bring it back, and you can lock that down. And then I'll strap it up and bolt it to the actual frame mounts to the bumper, and then raise the jack in the center and just try to take that bow out slowly and steadily. I just gotta find some chains now. Yeah, there was, when I started, I could stick my finger through here. So we've straightened it quite a bit.
a little bit of it, but it's still pretty big. I took a massive 3/16 of an inch out. I mean, I kind of like that. Taking nearly almost a half an inch out. I don't know, I think that's a lot better. Now the gap along the taillights, way more even. Here, I am closing up the gaps in between the rear body. It's still pretty rough looking right now, but closing up the gaps between the quarter extensions and the rear body. So I'm going to make a return that follows this line here and then closes out that big hole here. What I'm doing is making an aluminum form to basically sit up in there like so. And then I'll remove this whole thing and then fiberglass from the inside. That way I'll be able to remove the form and then my piece will be there. It'll be nice and trimmed. And I got a piece for the side here to make it fill. I gotta fill my gaps along this edge. So just put that there, and the same deal when this one's in here. I'll be able to mount these there, take it all off, fiberglass it from the inside, and I'll have a nice fit to the body. And over here, I gotta add fiberglass to the bottom of this. This red line is where I want the gap to be. So I need to bring this line down just a little bit, so I'll add fiberglass in there and shape that. And I gotta fill this gap right here. And then before I can tuck that bumper in to that shape. So I gotta make that shape and then I can cut the bumper up and make it fit. Yeah, second side's always easier and better. You always figure out like, oh man, I should have done it this way. This side's a little bit.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more build videos like this, help us out by liking, commenting, and subscribing to our channel. And it's a little thing to do, but don't forget to turn on those notifications. If you want to buy merch, go to store.classiccarstudio.com. See you next time.